Thursday's Look North, 22 minutes to 7 is the time. Now, Lincolnshire is being described as a broadband desert, and it's claimed that the problem is badly affecting businesses. The Country Landowners Association says that rural communities suffer because it's not cost-effective for internet companies to cover remote areas. Our business correspondent Paul Murphy has more.
Phil Ford begins the long and slow process of connecting to the internet the old-fashioned way. Here in Harrington, near Spilsby, they're too remote for a fast broadband connection, something Phil needs urgently for his business as a multimedia designer.
I tend to work in teams with other people like myself, and the world's starting to use all sorts of collaborative web-based applications, you know, online project management, online conferencing. I'm afraid it's becoming, it is a closed book to us here because I can't even get instant messaging.
Here at the Lincolnshire show, the Country Landowners Association has described parts of Lincolnshire as a broadband desert, because it's damaging to the local economy.
It has both a social and an economic implication. Those people who want to run businesses in rural areas, it's almost as important now to have broadband as it is to have gas, electricity and an ordinary telephone line. And so to try to run a business now in a rural area without broadband is pretty near impossible.
So determined are these villagers to get fast internet access, they're digging up their own cable channels in their back gardens to save cost. Ashby, south of Lincoln, will be the first village in England to get fibre optic broadband.
It's just so frustrating when you go on the internet, for instance, to do internet banking, and it just doesn't want to play.
We've also come across school children who get into trouble at school because teachers don't understand that they can't always get broadband.
The government has pledged that by 2012, 90% of the population will have access to broadband. For many people living in rural Lincolnshire, that date can't come soon enough. Providing fast internet access for small communities is simply not cost-effective for many telecoms companies. And so, for some at least, life in the slow lane looks likely to continue. Paul Murphy, BBC Look North, Harrington.
Fair enough, a couple of people were talking to me about that one at the show today. I'd like to know what you think tonight. We'll have some before we finish at 7 o'clock. Are the telecoms companies doing enough to get broadband into rural areas like the small villages of Lincolnshire? Should the government be helping more, or should businesses have to bear the cost themselves of